everybody, Brandon with Bearded CB82. Yeah, a little tired, it was an early morning. But anyways, so I've got something new today. It's another plasma cutter. This one's from Silatu. This is a 65 amp model. As you can see, the 650 Paul, or Sierra Tango Charlie. And so the other one from Best Arc, which I did like their welder, and I have been also enjoying that little plasma cutter. That's a 50 or 55 amp from them. This one's a little different, so costs a little more. I think what was it, $279 is the price on this guy on Amazon. I'll go ahead and I'll post a link down below. But yeah, so we're going to take a look at this. We're going to see how it cuts, because I've got some 3/8 plate, which was back from my steel plant days, Norfolk Blue. This was a gusset that we had used for tube racking. So we had a lot of tubing, round tube in particular, well, a square tube up to 24 inch, well, 24 inch on the round. Square tube, we had what, 6x12s and varying thicknesses as well. But after we'd put in, like 500 feet of racking that we had to build, and on the maintenance team side, which is a lot of welding, 6 months later, management decides, oh, we're going to modify that, and so we had to cut a lot of stuff out. So I wound up with a few of these, because I had my own scrap pile that I could buy for scrap price, so basically like 10 or 12 cents a pound. And in a steel plant, there's a lot of stuff that can accumulate pretty quick. So I'd usually wait till I had about 100 pounds worth of stuff, pay them, and take it home. So had a few of these over at the old man's place, and yeah, so we're gonna see how it cuts this stuff, because yeah, it's 3/8. I think it was AR 350 was the plate that we used on these, because this would have been from like 2009. I did clean up some of the surface rust there, but 2009 or 2010 when we did that set. But let's get you turned around here and see what we got for goodies. Okay, so first up, it's our ground cable. We got pretty decent length here. I don't know, what is that, 8 or 9 feet or so. Kind of similar to the other one, which ain't too bad. Good springs in the clamp. All right, our Stinger package. Oh, this is a 220 or a 110 dual voltage output. Okay. Let's see here. All right, looks like kind of a similar design, particularly on the head. Test fired from the factory. So that's got plenty of good length to it as well. Looks like it's going to set up the same. Yeah. So trigger guard, different color. Red does have the swivel, which I kind of like how it does have a swivel right there. So should hold up fairly decent. Got a similar ceramic cup. Okay, so we got our spare parts here. More tips, bleeder, tape. All right, clamps for the air, and electrodes. So kind of a standard package deal there. Packaged really well. Here's our dual voltage adapter. So now I've got another one of those, which is kind of handy, because yeah, if you're running it out of your garage and you don't have a 200 amp service, you can still use one of these. Or if you're going over to your buddies or something like that and they just need something basically cut. All right, destruction manual. I'll take a look at that here off to the side. And then I'll touch in on a few key points. This is about a 4 or 5 foot cord. And more reinforced air tubing. Why they include this, I don't know, but they do. So we'll set that off to the side, this off to the side. It's packaged really good. There's good foam on it. Let's make quick work of that. Okay, now let's see how we look. Okay, on-off switch. Looks like it illuminates. Air inlets. More of the millennial nerds. Desiccant packs. Well, we're pretty similar in size. Q air compressor. Alright, so torch, ground clamp, pilot arc, controls. Pretty similar. 2T, 4T, I'll have to look and see what that's into. Units, types of metals. So it's a multi-metal. That'll be cool. And I'm pretty sure all the rest of the settings, it's our UI stuff, be in there. Let me take a look at the manual and then we'll get this thing set up real quick. It's going to be a pretty quick setup anyways. Air adjustment gauge, this one plus and minus, that's a little bit more friendly for the regulator. So got that. Alright, we'll get her set up and go from there. Alright, so we got her set up. Let's see. Got my air. There we go. Power on. Ooh, that's a very vibrant display. Auto sensing. Sweet. Oh. Plate or mesh. So pilot arc or pilot touch. Pilot touch is, yeah, if you are using mesh, you can get right down to it. Or really light gauge stuff, you just set that. So that's a better feature than the other one. 2T, 4T, and air and cut. So we have air, 92 PSI. So 15 amps. Cut, we're gonna do, what did I say, 50. And 60. All right. Okay, so, oh, pilot touch, yeah, we're doing pilot arc. That's why. PSI, unit, pilot arc. Okay, I think I got her set up for about what I want. And yeah, there's plenty of cable here between both things. I'm going to go grab some metal and then we're going to do some cutting. All right, let's see if factory presets work, or well, destructions as far as settings go. Get this straightened out a little bit. All right, finger guard out of the way, shield on. Make sure I'm not blasting onto this. All right, adjust my settings a little bit more of a straight cut, maybe. All right. Okay. Not my best cut in the world. I think I could probably go a little faster. And a little awkward. Air compressor. All right, nothing like some good old air compressor. So, a little warm. Here we have it. That was me running too slow, and we saw like my first little cut, so I had to do some adjustment on the settings. There's the second cut. That came out a lot better. It's a lot more what you'd expect to see. So, because I started off slow, started going slightly faster. Probably should have angled up a little bit, but I was towards the edge and not quite able to keep a full level on the tip. That's just positioning, but definitely capable. So 3/8 AR350 plate. I'd say that did fairly good. Now, how do we look? So yeah, slower, had a lot more slag buildup. That right there, a lot more indicative of a better cut. And if we hold on, and it should. Nope. Anyways, you just got to give it a little whack with the hammer on the edge and that'll pop right off. That right there is going to be a little bit worse. But, actually, let's see. Yep, just comes right off. So, if you get a plasma cutter that you're not quite used to, play around with it. And yeah, that last inch there is really good. So, let's take a little bitty look comparing this one to the other one. Alright, I'm going to let this thing continue to run. Okay, so size-wise, you're pretty close. So, the display on this, you get a little bit more information, a few more options. You can go with touch or air arc or touch arc, depending on if you're cutting different materials. A little bit more fine tuning that you can do. This one, a little bit less indicative of what's what. So you got a lot better labeling. I'll go ahead and post a link to the video I did on this one somewhere up along here where you'll be able to see the screen. The screen is very vibrant on this one, but this one I think is just a lot more information you're getting. Ground clamps pretty much the same. Stingers, well, I don't know if this is indicative just because it's a 65 amp or if it's, you know, kind of like a little bit more of an upgrade, so to speak. Yep. A little bit larger everything on this one. Cup and everything else, those are pretty close. Wire guides, pretty close. They both got the swivels. Price tag on this one, 180 or 200. This one's like 280-ish, I want to say, give or take. But so this, yeah, that's a little bit more, but I think you're getting a bit more. Well, 65 amps versus 50, but for about 200 or less range that this one runs, I think you're going to be relatively happy. But if you do got a lot more that you're doing, cuts that 3/8 real nice once you get your settings played around with and get all that done. I think, yeah, the ground cables are basically kind of the same, if not the exact same, but, you know, hey, I think what you're getting in this one's definitely going to be worth the money, especially when you look at what Snap-on charges for one like this. That's like $1,500. I don't know who makes the Snap-on ones, but this is one of those things where, hey, you got a 110 volt outlet and a little air compressor, you can do a few projects of your own with this, as long as it's not too heavy. You want to do heavier stuff, and same with this. If you want to do heavier stuff, you want it right into the 220, 200 amp service. So something to think about. It depends on what you got and what you plan on doing. So I think this one's gonna go to my folks because we've got some work to do on my dad's loader. We're gonna cut out the old plate and install a new plate that I sheared for him at the steel plant all them many years ago. So that'll be a summer project, and we'll maybe see this one a little bit more in action. And I got a few more projects here at work that this one's going to be really good for. So there you have it. Silatu, Best Arc, kind of side by side. I think you are getting a lot more, especially with the better control options in this one. This one, handy, price effective. So anyways, now that that quieted down, we can go ahead and close the show and say, remember, folks, shop safety is just as important as firearm safety. You screw something up, somebody could die. So have a good one.